Morning guys, time for a cuppa. Welcome back to Alan's Allotment. It's Saturday the 6th of March 2022. Hope everybody's staying safe, being practical and keeping themselves out of harm's way. Thanks for popping along again. And bit of an update. So since the last video we've been doing a bit of shopping. I wonder what for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin you around and then I'm going to give you a little look at some of the things that we've acquired through the week. So I've got my little gas heater on, taking the chill off the place. And this is the first thing that I bought. I'd actually seen this on Danny's channel, and I forgot it again. Grapevine Allotment. We'll get it there one day, Danny, without having to struggle. So basically what this is it's a Bosch garden watering system, battery operated. And I bought a spare battery for it as well, because I have quite a number of barrels, and basically we might be hooking this up to my big 150 foot hose pipe, the extendable self-retracting one. Sorry about the focus guys, but basically I'd seen this on Danny's channel and he said it was really good. So on his recommendation I decided I would get myself one, see if it can make life a little easier for watering the plants. And then while I was downtown today I spotted, I couldn't resist, another 2 lemon trees. And both these plants have lemons on already. I think there's 3 or 4 on each of the plants. So we know they're mature plants and they can produce. Sorry about the airplane flying above guys, I'm not sure what it's doing. They don't normally have airplanes flying above around here. So we got a couple of these as well. You can't have too many lemon trees. I think I've got about 20 now. Well, not all lemon trees, different varieties. But they look good specimens, 20 quid each. And they're on the nice rugged stalk that I like. So I couldn't leave them there on the shelf all by themselves. So I brought them with me. So the next thing that we got is all of these scaffolding boards. And my son Tony and son-in-law Andrew very kindly made a trip out with Tony's little animal and brought all these to the allotment for me. There's quite a bit of money's worth there, but they were still the cheapest anywhere around. They worked out £1 a foot, so £1 for each foot. So you can imagine there's a few quid's worth there guys. So my idea behind the scaffolding boards, these scaffolding boards run this way, was to put them this way on and double thickness, strengthen this floor up before we build up this and turn this into a dry area. However, I had another idea. I'm dangerous. We decided we could make use of those scaffolding boards in another way. So you can feel some more raised beds coming on, can't you? And instead I bought these. There's 5 sheets of 12mm plywood, 4 foot by 8 foot, and I brought them up with me on the car. We had those delivered midweek as well, and it worked out for the price of 3 you got 2 extra free from this particular company. So for 150 quid I got 5 sheets instead of 3 from the other supplier that I had visited. So that was a bargain in my eyes. However, it was still rather expensive for what it is. But we can use 3 and we'll have 2 spare over. So 3 of them will give me 24 feet by 4 foot. Near as damn it. And that's exactly what this area here is. From here to the end is 24 foot by 4 feet, near as damn it. So 3 sheets will cover this entire area, screwed down into the scaffolding boards, and as I said, it's 12mm thick, so we can use that, and in there we can use all those scaffolding boards for other projects like raised beds and deep carrot beds. Trees are still standing up okay in spite of the winds and the weather. You can see it's a beautifully sunny day, but bitterly cold. So as you can see, guys, I'm going to be rather busy. I've made a lot of work for myself. It's just nice to know that I've got the wood there, and then when I need it, I've got it. Because it was selling like hotcakes, especially those scaffolding boards. I'm not surprised at the price. Now, wood is shot through the roof. Now, it's ridiculous. I'd have got those, I mean, the last lot of scaffolding boards I got for outside of this shed, the ones that are already down, I think I paid 40 quid for the lot. And that was it. And these were the ones that they can't use again on the scaffolding building sites because they had cracks in them. But other than that, they were good solid planks. Now they've been down 6 years or more now, and they are still predominantly in good nick. There's an odd one or two of the ends have gone on them, and that's the reason for doing a resurface. So I'm thinking if I'm going to turn that into a dry area, one, it'll be protected. We might as well put extra strengthening down on the floor now, and then it's good. That's it, that'll do. That it's done, isn't it? And it's going to stop them going any further. So yeah, that's my intentions. The scaffolding board, well, they'll never go wrong. You can even run them up on the circular saw, cut them into smaller lengths, and have 2 inch by 2 inch or 2 inch by 6 inch or whatever I want, basically. But we can make raised beds with it. We can do all sorts of things with scaffolding boards. I'm sure you guys have had some good ideas out there. Things that you've made out of scaffolding boards. Everybody knows the value of these in an allotment. I'm going to stop babbling, crack on. I don't actually know what I'm going to do today, but we'll find out. So a quick visit in the polytunnel reveals that the garlic is still coming along really nice. We've put the 2 lemon trees in here now where it's nice and warm and they're getting sunlight. It'll still be cold at night time, but I mean, they're surprisingly good with the cold weather of these citrus trees up in this northern hemisphere. I'm up in Cumbria in the northwest. So we've got some nice progress on the all the cabbages and the pak choy have all taken nicely, and they've positively come on since we potted them. There are a few spares I just put in a pot that was left over, just in case any of these went back, and then we could transplant them. They could be potted on later, we'll wait and see. We might have some more raised beds and we'll be able to accommodate them, I don't know yet. These are the onions that we took out of that little tray as well, out of that little tray last week so they were in with all of these in that tray. And these have all taken. No sign on the beetroot yet, but I can see one swede has popped up. In fact, there's 2 or 3. There's quite a number of the swede are actually coming up. But for some reason, these cells, in the centre especially, were dry. So I've just given them another watering now, guys. I might soak that capillary matting underneath this one again before we go today. These are the a mixture of red onions and beetroots that, as I say, we had planted in here as seeds last year. We're going to try them and see what happens and comes on. The Musselburgh leeks and all the Bedfordshire Champion onions. These are multi-sown, these Bedfordshire Champions. They're all coming up. There's still absolutely no sign of any of the iceberg lettuce. I think these have been too wet, to be honest. The onions wouldn't mind that too much, but the lettuce definitely wouldn't. However, you can see how wet this one is, and these were only planted last weekend. And already the Lola Rossa lettuce have germinated, but nothing else. So none of the dwarf kale, none of the all year round lettuce. Oh, yeah, actually there maybe is one there, and none of the cauliflower yet. So I've just taken the lids off here because it's a little bit warm in here today. So just let a bit of air at them, and then we'll put the lids back on before we leave. Right guys, we've made some good progress. We've started taking the area down. There's all the rolls of wire that we've taken off. This is just the light stuff like chicken wire. We've got a couple of very, very small lats. We've got quite a number of 2x2 tannalised timbers. some 8-foot lengths there, another couple of 8-foot lengths there, and some 8-foot laths up there. And that's all that's left of this aviary now. All of this has been taken down. Got this little end panel there to get off, which will have to be done from the other side when we move the pallets and what have you. But I need to get the grinder now, because this is really the reinforced stuff, and I use this as a platform to stand on to dismantle the top sections. So basically I just need to get this off now, and then we can get it dismantled. Right guys, another good jobbed. That's the entire aviary down now. Now I can start working on this here to bring this out, on this frame in here. I'm tight up against this fence, so I'm going to have to build this end panel, put it in place, and then work off it. So basically what we'll do is we'll black visqueen this, we'll make the frame up and attach it to this, and plastic coat the top half, and then we'll fix the frame into place on this end. But yeah, still got all these timbers to tidy up. Plenty of good usable tannalised timber here guys. It would cost me an arm and a leg. I mean it did when I bought it, but it cost me even more now. Going for a cup of coffee. Right guys, so we came up here today with one goal in mind, and we've achieved it. It's taken me 4 hours since 10:30, it's 2:30 now. And I said to myself, well, if I get that down, I'll be happy with that. I still have a little bit of energy left, but I do need a cup of coffee now. So 4 hours non-stop. Single-handedly, I had to get up the ladder and start working from the roof down, and come down in layers, as it were, to dismantle it. Now, I was going to video it, but it would have run into a gigantic video, and we don't want to do that. The thing is, it's down. And now that means I can get on with doing the other job, because until that was down, there was no way I could start putting the other framing in place for this, because we need to get all the aviary down, and if I put that wall up beforehand I would never have got the aviary down. So, and of course I want the solar panels on that wall as well over there now, so dual purpose, salvage the sheets off the roof, and I've got all those 2x2s and all the slate and lats for reuse, which will come in handy for building the framework for the veranda out here, the dry area. So happy days without buying more wood. Gonna have this cup of coffee, and then I'll see if I can get anything else done guys. Right guys, it's now 6:15 in the evening and the light's fading fast. So we've got these back up again. We've had all these taken away. We moved all the trees down there. We took all these down, and we had to build this end section here. And get it plastic coated with the visqueen. Now then, in order to bring this edge flush with the landing, I had to put on a 8-inch scaffolding board. It needed to be out 6 inches from here to here, and then of course I needed to screw it to here and bring it to the end of this, so that we could get our height. And then we've got a cross member on there, but I had to staple it on the back of here. The wind was blowing like a hooligan. I had to have this pallet swung round here so I could staple the plastic onto here as well, onto this pallet, and leave the top just flapping about on this edge, then swing it round, run round the other side and do my best trying to staple that. And then we've got it latted. It's latted down here as well on the outside, and it's pretty rugged, but I'm going to put a middle brace through here as well guys. So I'm going to put another wooden strengthener in here as well, so we can staple to and put a lath as well on there, just to give that extra strength. But I've run out of time and daylight and energy now guys, so that, I always knew that bit was going to be hard because of the other shed being in the way. and I couldn't think out how I was going to do it. But by the time all the front's on as well, and we get the cornering in that way on that beam, that's going nowhere. It's already really, really substantial and stronger than you think. I'm actually pulling on this quite significantly, but because it's screwed to this pallet all the way down as well, and then what we've done is we went through here into that board and down there into that board as well. So this corner keys it in and strengthens it right up. There looks like there's nothing there, but that's stapled to the side of the shed round that side and then latted as well. So I might actually just put another piece in there, but we'll just see, and maybe even titivate a little piece in there as well, guys. The thing is, it's getting really dark now, and I'm going to have to get a move on. I need a cup of coffee, and I've still got to go and put the lids back on the plants in the polytunnel and tidy up. Right guys, I am well and truly wore out, but I'm pleased I got that bit done, because I knew it was going to be difficult and I knew it was going to be time consuming. It still needs a couple more strengtheners in there, but it's all but done, and it's secure enough. There is a bit of wind up, and that was the biggest challenge, was fighting against the wind. And there is a bit of wind up, but we've managed to get it stapled and battened now securely and strengthened by putting by locking it in with the other pallet in the other corner, and it's rock solid now. So I've had to tidy up, put all the wood away. I brought all the wood round this side that we dismantled from the AV, covered over the plants. I've got the kettle on and I'm going to have a cup of coffee, and that's me for today. That's a heck of a day's work. I should sleep tonight. Right guys, as always, thanks for popping along. Thanks for all your likes, dislikes, your comments and your subscriptions. I really do appreciate it. Wherever you are in the world, please stay safe, be practical, keep yourselves out of harm's way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.